This channel is proudly sponsored by Shades of Vengeance. They have recently launched the Era the Consortium 10th Anniversary Kickstarter. Celebrate one of the greatest sci-fi settings when it comes to depth and support that has been received throughout the years. It is powered by the Era D10 system, a dice pool system. You will find the link to the Kickstarter in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by Dead Tree Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop RPG where you play as monster girls, experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have recently released the Whispers of Copperridge adventure module. You will find the links in the description and in the pinned comment. Hi! Welcome to this final part of my review featuring the Hardy Boys role-playing game. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, featuring this storytelling RPG hybrid game of the classic mystery-solving duo, please check out the playlist in the description below. We are going to start this video with my thoughts on the included story, The House on the Cliff. This is a good story, and of course this video won't contain spoilers. Although this is a good story, it is still a pioneer when it comes to those Scooby-Doo, Nancy Drew sort of mysteries that you would see in cartoons, in movies, TV series, etc. The Hardy Boys set the base, the groundwork for those sorts of mysteries. So taking that into consideration, there could be some people that could recognize many of the tropes and find this story predictable. But you need to read it with that in mind. And so you will appreciate it as a sort of legacy, as something handed down throughout the years. There are going to be moments of action, of mystery, suspense, and even comedy. But it is all, of course, within the context of the United States of America back then. And because of the pioneer and legacy aspect that I have mentioned, don't expect this mystery to be very complex. Don't expect this to be a Sherlock Holmes type of mystery. You will immediately solve the mystery. In fact, perhaps you will be face-palming yourself as you see the characters not being able to figure out what is going on, who is the culprit, where is the source of all of these enigmatic threats that are not so enigmatic for someone that has been reading or watching several mysteries along these veins. Because once again, the Hardy Boys were the first to take on these sorts of situations, so now you will recognize many of the clues, many of the culprits, the suspects. I ended up solving the mystery immediately. I have read some other Hardy Boys stories, but I don't remember reading this one, and I immediately figured out what was going on. So you are reading this for the colorful characters, for the danger, for the tense moments. You are not reading this in order to figure out a very difficult to solve enigma. This is all about enjoying the ride, enjoying the interactions between the different characters. So if you read this story under that assumption, then I think you will enjoy it. Now, what do I think about the entire Hardy Boys role-playing game, or rather storytelling RPG hybrid game? I highly recommend it for someone that is not looking for a strategic or tactical experience. This is all about coming up with your interpretations of the prompts. For a solo player, it has my full recommendation, but for cooperative players, that is, each player controlling or playing the role of a Hardy Boy, I think you need to work out some things before. Before starting the session, you need to decide how much control each player has over a particular scene. Let's say if player 1 is role-playing as Frank, and that player is telling the story of Frank and his actions within the fiction, and suddenly that player decides that Joe should be in the scene as well, is that player going to be playing the role of Joe as well? Is he going to tell a story about Joe as well? Those are the things that you need to figure out, otherwise there's going to be chaos and the immersion will be broken. This is the Hardy Boys role-playing game, not the Hardy Boys conversation. You're not going to have a conversation between players. This is going to be roleplay, and it's also going to be storytelling. So you need to figure that out in order to keep the immersion as you tell the story, and then you play the role of your character. And maybe if the other player participates in the story that you are telling, that player gets to play the role of the other character, instead of just waiting until it's his or her turn and then that person gets to play the role of the other character. So taking that into consideration, then I also recommend the Hardy Boys for cooperative play. Thank you for watching this review. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member and enjoying exclusive tabletop RPG tips. You can also use the super thanks button and check out the pinned comment below. This has been Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. I am currently unavailable for professional sessions, but I will put my contact information in the description and in the pinned comment for when I am available again. And remember, in tabletop RPGs, you are not having a conversation about your characters, you are experiencing the game world as your characters. Once again, thank you and see you later.